Hi Flosstube, thank you for stopping by for Flosstube number 2. I'm Morgan Honeybee Stitcher here on Flosstube and you can find me at the same name on Instagram. I'm from Melbourne, Australia and I've been stitching for about 12 months. But thank you so much for stopping by, checking me out. Let's have some fun. So firstly, I just wanted to say, honestly, thank you so much to anyone and everyone that watched, subscribed, liked, commented, checked me out on Instagram or slid into my DMs. I am beyond grateful for the love I received, and I feel really welcomed into the community and everything. But it was just so fun to chat to you all or read your comments. I especially loved anyone that was from Australia and in particular from Melbourne who messaged me. I think we're a small little minority on the Flosstube world compared to the UK and the US and Canada, but we'll get there. I'll put Australia on the map, that's for sure. I did want to introduce you to my little fur baby down here. Let's hope that she behaves, but she got groomed last week, so I wasn't willing to show her in the video the week before, but I thought I'd show you now. You're going to cooperate with me? This is Nala. Hey. Say hi. No? You just want to wake up, huh? Look here. You say hello. So this is Nala. She is what we call a Moodleier. For us here in Australia, she is a Moodle cross Cavalier, which is a Maltese cross Poodle cross Cavalier. So she's got 3 breeds in her. In America, I think you guys call them Maltipoos. So yeah, she's, oh, there we go. She's 2.5. Sorry, she decided to bark at the postman that just arrived out the front. I think I mentioned it in my last video. I live on like a very main road. I've got 8 or 9 schools within my little area, on top of being on a main road. So it's noisy and there's always a lot of foot traffic. So she likes to bark at the window. So I'll do my best to push through, but I can't guarantee that she won't knock the camera over, which is what she did in the last video. She's also just hanging out on me right now. I am filming in my bedroom on the floor because we're renovating. We're replacing our whole house tiles, and whilst half of them are done, it's very echoey. So having carpet and upholstery and everything in here is just making it a lot easier to understand. So let's hope that the audio is okay, the quality of the video compared to last week is okay, and we'll be right. I do have 2 quick questions that I want to ask for some comments and some tips and help on. Firstly, I would love to know specialty stitches. What are they? What are some specialty stitches? Are there videos on YouTube that you guys watch, tutorials and things that you can send me, or if you can just leave me a name and then that way I can look it up myself. I said in my video last time that I really wanted to do this to watch my progress and my skills evolution and all of that. I can already see within the last 12 months just on my bee pattern alone, my skills progress and how much I've adapted and evolved and gotten better in my own skills. So I want to start looking into different materials, different flosses, different stitches, and just kind of broaden all my knowledge. So if you can let me know of any tutorials or any names of specialty stitches, leave me a comment below. And the other thing too is if you know of any kits and things that are online for linen and even weave, for me to try out and just see what I do actually like and want to stitch on, if you can let me know. Please don't just direct me to 123 Stitch or something like that. If you can, I guess, let me know a designer or somewhere, or even a link. Anything, doesn't have to be my style or anything like that. I do want to try and get a small kit that comes with the floss and the material if possible, just so I can try and see what sort of other material that I like. I am only currently stitching on 18 count Aida. I don't have a problem with viewing the holes and the material. My eyes are laser vision, so I don't think high accountants will be too much of a problem, but I want to give it a go and just see what I can do before tackling something a bit bigger and then hating it. Plus, there's so many different variations and variegations in materials that like I don't know where to start in a way. So if you could help me out and give me some tips, that would be lovely. So in this video, I have a finish, a new start, and some progress on my WIPS. I'll save B till the very end because it's pretty obvious that that was a crowd pleaser. If you want to see what it looks like fully stitched, beautiful, completed, I think it's on 25 count even weave, check out Callie at Animal Instinct. She's from South Australia. She stitched it and finished it a couple of months ago in one of her previous Flosstube videos, and it is beautiful. And it's also a lot more accurate than mine because mine is very, very personalized, we'll go with. So sorry, I hope you like dogs. She's too cute. So I'll start with, my first finish. I finished the TerraStitch number 33. I haven't ironed. I didn't do well last time and I don't iron. TerraStitch number 33. This is the sun and moon. One of the 6 that I'm going to be doing. I started this one because I had all of these colors down here. So it was the easiest for me to start with. Stitched it on 18 count White Aida, and I'll do the other 6 all on the same. This took me all of Saturday. It took me one day to do. Look at it. Just like all the little color and details and everything and in the gray. Oh, a little win. I don't know how to sew. I'm lucky that I know how to cross stitch. I try to knit, I try to do everything, but I'm not good. And I see you guys all having like serged edges on your material. And so my mum's good at sewing. She's got a sewing machine, and I said to her, can you do it for me? And she was like, I think it's an overlocker. She said, I don't have an overlocker, but I can get you the same result by stitching the edges. But I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to know how to do it. And she's got a couple of sewing machines. So I do want to take one of her sewing machines. But anyway, it's really bad. But this is the first one I did it on. I have sewn all my edges on this to stop it from fraying. That is not fraying. That is just all my material because I sucked. But I'll get better. It was fun. So I've now got to find a foot pedal on one of her sewing machines. And then that way she'll give it to me. Yay. Okay, moving on. New start. I said in my video 2 weeks ago that I was joining the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Hello Dear sale. It is a winter themed winter themed tree stitch along. Sally has previously created Hello Pumpkin. I think that came out last year, but I hadn't found it at the time. So I also have Hello Pumpkin, which I'll show you soon, but I'd already started on that one. Hello Dear is the winter Christmassy themed tree in the set, and she will be releasing a summer and a spring one, but I don't know if they'll be stitch alongs and when they'll be. But yeah, this is my first stitch along and I'm loving it. I think it's 5 fortnightly parts. Part 1 was released Monday. So I filmed on Friday and it was released on the Monday. I'm filming again on Friday and it's released again this Monday. So I think I timed that up well, that I'll have some progress on this each video for the next couple of weeks. So I'll show you it. This is my section 1 of the Hello Dear stitch along. Hang on. It's a bit too much. There we go. So it's Christmas themed. And because here in Australia, Christmas for us is in summer, I explained this in my last video. I don't know how much of this I'll stitch as Christmas. So this is all I'm getting to at the moment. I feel really dumb when I was stitching this. I didn't know that that was a poinsettia. I just thought it was a flower, a star. I think it was a star. And I've learned that that is a pine cone. So Mr. Robin is supposed to have a Santa Christmas hat on. I'm going to leave the Christmas elements in this section off for now, just because once I've seen the whole design and if there's not as much Christmas as I think there is, I'll try to take it out, but we'll see. So I've neglected the hat for now, and there's a little red, is it berry for the mistletoe? I'm thinking that if I do end up stitching this just winter themed and not Christmassy, I'll fill in his head and I'll give him a couple of tufts of fur on his head, kind of like what the Sydney Opera House looks like. And then where this berry is supposed to be, I'll probably put a little snowflake or something, make maybe a snowball, and I'll use these icy blues and greens. I love this. I love the icy blues and greens. They're so beautiful. I think there's 3 or 4 different colors of it that Sally's used in this design, and I think it's just great because they look similar, but they don't. Like here, you can see that there's 2 of them there, and when they were on my skein I thought they were the same, but they're not, and I just think it's so beautiful. Anyway, it's also really fun and quick to stitch, so I got that done in 3 days, and I tried to take my time. That's on 18 count White Aida with the called for DMC thread. Moving on to WIPS. So when I showed this in my first video, I had just received the material, the missing floss that I had, which I needed for the TerraStitch smalls as well. But I needed one color for Hello Pumpkin. So you can buy Hello Pumpkin now just as a kit or a PDF. It's no longer a stitch along, but when it was released, it was a stitch along. So last time I showed you this, I was missing the dark red. So I've done that, and I've managed to expand and stitch a bit more. So here is Hello Pumpkin by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. That owl is just the cutest thing ever. Second to you, Nala, sorry. So I'm at the width on both sides, and I'm almost to the top. There's not too much to go. I've marked where the top, can you see that? The top of this should go to. But yeah, I just think these little motifs, like, it's so fun. I've been picking one color of thread, and I'll just stitch whatever I can in that color until it runs out, so as many motifs as I can get to and stitch, which is why some of them are half started, and then eventually I'll go back. So last time I showed you this, I hadn't done like this whole section. I hadn't done this section, especially not the owl, because I was waiting until I had the red. So I had filled in this and all these motifs around that had the red, and then I wanted to stitch the owl in one day. So yeah, I just think it's so cute, and I love the fact that there's both of these trees. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. They're so cute. Sally is making sure that they are as close to the same size as each other, so that they'll be able to be all framed together and presented together, and all of that, which I think is pretty cool. So that was part of the reason why I wanted to jump on board and do all 4 of them. I think there's rumors that I don't know what it's called, the summer tree will be coming out towards the end of the year. Sally is also announcing a summer stitch along next month. I don't think it'll be the tree. I think it's maybe something else, and then the spring one thereafter, but I'm really excited. So moving on to the crowd favorite, which is my bee. I still have this on the Q-snap. I haven't taken it off because I like to work on a section of the Q-snap at any one time and complete as much of it that I have in my mind to complete before moving it, because moving the Q-snap is so painful. Making sure that you've got all the material wrapped away nicely and tucked away without crushing it, but so it's not in the way and you've got the right tightness and everything, it just drives me nuts. So once it's there, it's staying. But I will show you, I've got Pattern Keeper and I've got a photo of what it looks like before. It is on my iPad, so I'm sorry. And I'll show you what it looks like as a whole on Pattern Keeper once I've shown you. But this is where I was starting with it. I started stitching this again on Saturday after I'd done everything else. So from Saturday until today, which is Friday, this is all I've stitched on. So this is the area that I was mainly focusing on, wanting to fill this up so the whole section from here down is done, and then I can start my way up. I want to finish this by the end of the year. I'm not putting pressure on myself to finish it by the end of the year, but if I can, then that would be awesome. I started it June 17, 2019. So if I can get it finished in 18 months, that would be awesome for my first cross stitch and my first full coverage of such a big nature as well. But yeah, I'll show you. And this is where we're at. So I started off by doing the black and outlining the wing and what I could. There's a lot more black that goes up here, but I just want to focus on pretty much this whole section. And I've really heavily invested in doing all of this. In particular, I now no longer have any of the hexagons left to stitch. I've stitched all of them on the whole pattern. So this whole section that's still to go is a lot of these flowers and the blue flowers. I think there's 2 more pink, couple of leaves, and 1 or 2 blue ones. And then just a whole bunch of beautiful gradient hues in these pinks and oranges and yellows. So I'm really excited to stitch it. There's 2 leaves here, but I don't have the pattern far over enough. I obviously didn't factor that in when I set it up. So once I finish this little bit, I've only got a couple more to go. I am going to move the snap over as much as I can. I'll focus on getting in the side border here, and then that way it's just filling in from this section all the way to the top. But yeah, I just think, I don't know if you can see it well enough. I just think the gradient and the contrast and the depth in the colors and everything is just, it's amazing. I haven't filled in the black with the extra thing. I think I'll wait until I'm done to see if I like it or not and what it looks like from a distance. Also, obviously, what I back it with will have an impact, but I just think you can see it clearly now with the fact that it's on the snap rather than how I was holding it last week. You can see the line. This was the first page I did. So you can see the line and the difference in my tension and everything. So I'm going to go over all this black with 1 strand of black, just over the top, I think, just to thicken it out, try and avoid having as much of that line and the white in the background. So this is Lorna Laine's B, charted by GeckoRouge as a full kit. They only do full kits because they do work with the artists, and it's all for privacy and to protect copyright and everything like that. So it is 89 colors. They are DMC, but we don't get given the DMC numbers. Just given it beautifully, might I add, packaged all together with the chart. I originally did get it with the chart rather than in PDF. I'm going to be so sad when this is over. So sad. I'm going to really enjoy looking at it on my wall, but it has been so fun to stitch. I'll try and pull up my other one that I have for GeckoRouge that I'll start after this. I'm not sure if I'll start it straight away. If I get this done this year, it might be new year, new start for the other one, but we'll see. Anyway, this dog. I'll show you what it looks like on Pattern Keeper. So this is everything that I have stitched so far without getting too much glare. So it's just that top corner that's left. So yeah, next time it's off the snap, I'll be sure to show it, try and line up with a video and or a floss tube. The other GeckoRouge the one that I was just talking about that I'll probably start after this, hopefully next year, is this one, which is Eye Candy by Carissa Rose, charted by GeckoRouge. Once again, I got it on 18 count White Aida. The other one's also on 18 count White Aida. So I'm really excited for this. Once I start this one, I do have plans to purchase some more. I just think that they're beautiful pieces of art, and I'm really enjoying stitching it. I'm having so much fun. So fingers crossed that if this is the case for this one, that the other ones will also be just as fun. It looks, I'm not, hey, say hi, say grumpy. She's trying to be grumpy. Someone's walking across the road. Hey, Achoo. Hey. This one here is the entire white is stitched. The background is stitched. So I'm not sure if I will stitch that or not. I haven't quite decided. I've always been a middle starter, so I'm not sure how I'll start this one if I start in the corner, because there's so many, if I can show it again, there's so many specks and flecks of color in those corners. So I'm not sure. Hopefully this one is just as forgiving as the B and all my mistakes. That's it for me for now with progress. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll have started another TerraStitch. I do have one of the ones in mind. It's got some back stitching to it. It's kind of got a few different types of stitches from memory. So I'll start that. Hopefully I will be up to the point of moving the Q-snap on the B. I'll have section 2 of Hello Dear done. I don't think I'll have another new start. I don't have anything kitted up at the moment, and we are still in some pretty decent lockdown here in Melbourne. It's supposed to be potentially easing in 2 weeks or a week and a half. But we're not quite at the numbers that the Premier wants, so we're not sure if that will be the case, which means that my needle stores and stuff like Spotlight and a couple of small ones aren't open, and it's all on postage. And I want to try another piece not on Aida if I was to start something new, so I'm not sure what I'll do just at the moment. Also, even if I do get it posted, I won't have it here in time because the post here is ridiculously slow. That being said, I have enough to keep me going. This, my lovely little bee, is on 83.5%. When I started it on the weekend, it was on 79.5%. So I've done 4% of this over the week. Since the weekend, so in 1 week, and I want to be working on this tonight and tomorrow as well. I'm hoping that if I can keep up between 3 and 5% every fortnight, I will get this done by the end of the year. But yeah, like I said, I won't put any pressure on myself, so we'll see how we go. I think that's all from me and Nala. She's ready to get a little bit extra grumpy and go outside. So I think I'll sign off here. Please feel free to subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. Check me out on Instagram at honeybeestitcher. Give me a follow, slide into my DMs. I love chatting to all of you. I hope that you're all well and safe and sane and healthy. That's the main thing for everyone at the moment. I can't thank Crotch Stitching enough for everything it's done for me and my sanity during all of this year. So yeah, we'll see where we're at in 2 weeks, but stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Say bye. Can you say bye? Hey.